Oh, this concept is a really good one because it happens a lot. We have slight winds. I mean, it's blowing a little bit. It's probably 10 miles an hour. But you have really hard incoming tides. And when you're looking for redfish, speckled trout, but mostly reds, which I'm trying to look for right now, you want to find areas that the water goes in, hits the bank, and it has something to roll around and go out. And what that means is that when the water rolls around that hard current point, these fish stack up there looking for anything that they can eat. Let's get him in. Now, you know, this is a nice red right here. I'll tell you, when you find areas like this, these fish tend to really want to hold in areas where the water's really pouring across. And what I always like to do is I always like to have it to where my bait is coming with the current, passing the point, because then it looks natural as it's coming to them, then they can ambush and eat it. Right here is a prime example of a just hard point with current coming across it that the fish will locate themselves. I've got a couple different structures here. I have a little bit of oyster shells. I've got some regular grass that's kind of flooded because the tide's coming up. And then I just had that contour of that water going around, almost like a little gully in there. He's going to be lucky today because we're throwing back fish today. First fish of the day, an awesome redfish. Beautiful blue tail on them. The blue tail means they're moving. That's the blood being pushed to the end of the tail, showing that they're moving and they're swimming. So we know that they're probably active also. Beautiful fish. Whoa, now that's awesome. He got his day off. I missed him. Right when it hit the water. It's sometimes hard to hook them right when it hits the water. It goes right under. All right, I keep missing. They're hitting it so fast, I keep missing them. So I'm gonna I'll just use a gulp. I'm gonna take a Berkeley gulp, put it on my jig head, and I'm gonna see if that will hook them just as good as the live shrimp. We'll see. First cast with the gulp, turned around, said I'm throwing artificial, because what was happening was they were just hitting it so fast, I really couldn't keep up with them. They would just, the cork would hit the ground before, the water, and before the bail would flip, they would already be under and spitting the hook already up. I needed something that I could keep them on there for. All right, let's see. That might be what was hitting me too. Some drum, nice drum, look at that. Beautiful, great eating fish, great sport fish. I love catching drum. And you can catch multiple species. You know, that's letting me know right now that I am in a really good spot, because when you catch multiple species in one particular spot, what happens is that you know that that's a really good ambushing point. You can hear him. He's trying to tell all of his buddies, there's somebody up here that's really catching this. That's an awesome fish. Let it go back in. I'm going to tell you, I am having a blast, because it's awesome when you think about things and you do the scenario and it works. And I promise you, this concept will work for you too. Just take your standard map out and look for these spots. It's really easy. If you think about the Gulf's out there, the water's coming in, it's hitting a flat bank, and there's little points off of it, and all of those little points, that current's rolling around them, guess what? There's fish there waiting to ambush. Oh, there he is right there. Oh, right close to the boat. Wow, speckled trout now. You know, I got drum, I got redfish, I got speckled trout. Whoa, we flew right off. And the great thing is that I had the ability to switch to a Berkeley gulp. Now, the color I'm using right here is called Molt. And Molt's a great color. I use it a lot. It's probably my favorite. It just looks natural to me. You know, sometimes you could get some of them with the chartreuse tails on them, and that's really good too. But I just think the Molt just does awesome all the time for me. All right, got it that time. Well, I'm gonna tell y'all, figuring out this scenario and this style of concept, I promise you, you're gonna find that this really does produce a lot of fish, more days than not. And having the ability to fish like this, understanding that when the wind blows into a bank and the water's coming out because it's rolling along the bank, man, it is just the perfect scenario for some awesome, awesome fishing. Look at this, nice little boat. I don't know, 15, 16-inch redfish. And we're gonna throw him back just like the others and let him have a wonderful day. I'm telling y'all right now, this is one concept you have to try. And remember, pattern it out. If you do it and it works, go to another point, another point, another point. At the end of the day, full box of fish.